Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to jump on here and say hello and thank you for your continued support on our broadcast. We really appreciate it. This is season 3 for us and episode 4. And today I'm going to be talking about business ideas to cope with struggling revenue. We all know COVID had a big part in that this year or last year. Now we're into the new year and it's continuing on. So I thought I would give you some ideas that might spark some creativity on your end and help your business stay afloat. The first thing I want to talk about is advertising. You cannot stop advertising. The minute you go off the grid with your advertising, people are going to forget you. So make sure that you keep that in front of their face, whether it be social media or on the radio or however you advertise. I know the budget can be kind of tight and that this is a lot of times the thing that gets cut, but right now is not the time to cut this vital tool for your business. So make sure you're doing the right advertising. We're going to also talk about website if you need one. And you got to keep it updated though. Okay, you don't want, your website just sitting there with old information. You need to make sure that it's always new and fresh and let people know what your hours are, what the stipulations are when they come and visit you, and those kinds of things. And do a video of your establishment and with workers practicing their social distancing and mask wearing and whatever other regulations you have for your business. That'll help a lot when getting people to come in and check you out. You can also start a store on your website and you can make up some swag for people to wear around. That's a way of advertising, and it's a great cost-effective way. You don't have to have any inventory. You can drop ship it and do that to help promote yourself. And wherever you go, so you go out to eat and there's a bulletin board, put your business card on it. If you're in the grocery store and you see that on your way out, put a little card up there. People do look at those and they do take the information away. And especially if they've heard the name before but just didn't have the contact information, they'll take your card and they'll get a hold of you. And let's see, what else? Community boards is what I wrote down. So those would be like laundry mats. Maybe when school was in, we could put them at the college and just different places like that you can think of that your community has a bulletin board for things like this. I encourage you to put your business card or brochure on that. You don't have to be big to maintain your new momentum, okay? Even the big ones are struggling. We see all kinds of retailers closing their doors or shutting down so many stores. And it's really sad to see, especially businesses that have been in business for 93 years and stuff. It's just heartbreaking to see it come to an end like it did. Another thing you can do is remember why you started your business. Do you still have the passion for it, or is it time to close your doors? I've had to close my doors on a couple businesses, and it's not an easy decision at all. So I know how painstaking that can be. But you're at ground zero right now. So what has been working to sustain you, and what changes can you make to sustain you in the uncertain future? We all got caught off guard, like I said. And my boyfriend Mario has a business, Creative Handiworks and Design. And we are fortunate enough that we've been able to grow throughout this ordeal. Yeah, we needed a little assistance like everybody else because we just got our business license in the middle of this. So for us to be looking at hiring on people and taking on bigger jobs is only one person can do that, and that's Jesus Christ. So we thank Jesus for allowing us to continue his business and bringing us the great clients that share us with their friends and family. And we really appreciate all those folks that do that. My tongue's a little tied this morning. We've been in business 1 year now. We just renewed all our licenses and everything, and I want to give you some steps that you can take to kind of help you out. So I want to take time to do that. Step 1, do you have a business plan? If you don't have a business plan, you need to get one. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just your goals for your business. How are you going to achieve those goals? What are you wanting in the final, in the final end? What would be success to you? And make your business plan reflect that. So, you can always keep updating it and getting better and better and better at it. And it's a must, especially now, since a lot of us here in Nevada are still on shutdown. So, I don't leave the house very often anymore, and I'm not even sure what's open and what's not. So, that's why it's so important to have the online presence, because when people can't do their normal activities and, come out and say, hey, I want to check out this spot, it helps to have a presence online to give them a feel for what you're about and your hours of operation and what they can expect when they come in. Step 2 is, what kind of changes need to happen? Is it a simple change, long-term change, short-term change? You need to know about those changes and what you need to do. And we've talked about your business being online. So step 3 is online presence. In these times, it's an absolute must. I cannot stress that enough. Consumers often, how many times have you done this? You want to know, okay, I'll give you, for instance, for me, I want a lot better microphone, okay? So I've been researching online all these different microphones and maybe what local business here may have what I need. And so I often look at the product before I actually go to the place and see it. So that's why, having an online presence would be your best bet. You can put a map on there showing exactly where you are and stuff like that. So I can't stress that enough. If you need help with the website, I can build you one. You can get a hold of me at redrockmediaproductions@gmail.com if you want to email me. And we'll see what we can do for you to get you up to speed with your website. And I can create a new one or update you. And so that would be a good thing to think about. And, it's important to show this information so you can turn that consumer into a client or customer. So the turnover rate, could be in your benefit if you have the right information for folks. Let's see, what else do I have down here for you? Step 4, advertising and marketing. Do you know your target market? When I got ready to, when Christian, my co-host, decided to step away from the show and do his own show, I had to evaluate everything, and I knew my target market was mostly on Facebook. Yes, I had listeners on the actual radio station, but most of my audience was on Facebook. And so know where your audience is and target that market. Now I know that I have mostly females, and they're in their 30s that listen to me looking for advice or some ideas to flourish their business. We sometimes have guests on this show, so if you're out there and you want to be a guest and get your business on, let me know. I'm more than willing to help you out there. But in advertising and marketing, know your target market, who your customers are. Why do they want to shop with you? Why do you go where you go? That's how I think of it. Why do I go to the same stores over and over and over? Is it because it's in my area, my demographics? Or is it because the people that work there are so nice and they know me and I feel like it's home? You know, what's going on in your business in that area? So you might want to take a look at that. And how do they find you? That's pretty important to know how they're finding you. Are they finding you on social media? Or are they hearing your ad on the radio? Know where they're coming from so you know what advertising is working. And how do you give back to your community? You know, do you go out and volunteer? Do you help the homeless? What are you doing to better our community as a business? Sometimes it's just the products you offer, but what are you doing outside of that? A lot of people support businesses that help nonprofits and different things like that, the food pantry. Lots of people need help in that area right now. So, you know, there's little things you can do. You can do a drive and collect the food and take it to the food bank or a church or something like that. And that helps, you know, your business as well. And number 5, I have be creative. Maybe there's another business out there like yours that, you know, it's not exactly like yours. It's a complement of yours. I know that Just in Time Tucks just went into business with someone else in their space. And that can do several things. It can alleviate some of the overhead that's kind of hard to meet at this time. You have an extra partner that maybe you can lean on a little bit back and forth if you both need help in some area. So I encourage you to look for, you know, a vendor or someone that complements your business and maybe they're struggling too, and you guys could combine the space and both flourish. And you can always, you know, grow from there and decide what you want to do in the future. But with everything being so uncertain right now, we have to take baby steps because we don't want to bite off more than we can chew and then not be able to meet those obligations. So I encourage you to do that and get creative. And, you know, there's a lot of benefits to that. And I believe that there's a way to make it all work. We just need to look at the things differently so that we can come up with these creative ideas and put a plan in place and start implementing them. You could do it a little at a time. So, you know, if it looks like it's going south quick, you can stop it and you're not in too much danger of doing some damage with your business. But owning a business is not for the weak. You're pretty much married to your business. And, you know, vacations become minimal because you got to put time into the business, because a lot of times the business owner has to let other people go and then they take on those tasks themselves. And that doesn't give much time for friends and family. So if you can make a little adjustments, cut people's hours back maybe. I think in this day and age, people are just thankful to have their jobs still. So there's some things you can do. And I know it can be agonizing. I've been through it. So when you have to close a business, it hurts. But how many businesses have gone through so many failures and then they finally make it, right? So don't give up. Just rethink the plan. How are you going to get there? And make sure it's on paper so that you can make those adjustments as they come. And many successful businesses have failed, like I said, and rose out of those ashes. So my hope is that you can do that too. And some of these suggestions will help you. I thank you so much for listening in today. Been going through some little bit of health problems. Got a little heart issue going on and blood pressure and cholesterol and you name it. So I guess it's my turn. I'm hitting an age where that's important to take care of yourself. So I apologize for not being on every week, but I will post a video or a podcast when I can, when I feel up to it. And I hope that all of you have a really great day. And I really do hope this information helped you in some way. You guys are the best part of my week. And I will talk to you soon and be sharing some more information with you. I love you guys. Take care and have a great day.